Hey guys, Cam here from PhoneDog.com, and it's Monday and another chance to look back at last week's votes for the official smartphone rankings over at PhoneDog.com. As many of you will know, we have a People's Choice chart and an experts panel. For the People's Choice chart, obviously what we do is we ask people like yourselves, our readers and our viewers, to vote for their favourite smartphones. You simply click and vote for your favourite one, and then that kind of determines which one is the most popular. The Experts Choice panel slightly different. We ask a panel of experts to vote for their top 5 phones, and then that gets kind of judged on a point system. Yeah. But this week's highlights include the BlackBerry Z10, or BlackBerry Z10 for you guys in the US, and it is doing rather well considering it's been out for over a year and a half, or around a year and a half I should say. Seems like every week I check the charts and there are 12 votes. It's like the same people every week are voting for the same smartphone. 12 people think the Z10 is the best phone, but only 6 people think the Moto X is the best phone, which is slightly newer, and by specifications alone should probably be at least a match for the BlackBerry Z10. Runs an Android which has better apps and more of them than the Z10, so yeah. Is the BlackBerry Z10 better than the Moto X? You let us know in the comments section below. But more excitingly this week we have 2 brand new phones on the list for you to choose from, both of them fairly mid-range devices. We have the HTC One Mini 2, which is basically the smaller version of the One M8, this phone. And we also have the Kyocera Hydra Icon, and I have no idea what that is. We don't really have that brand over here in the UK, but it's on the list nonetheless. And looking at one of our experts this week, Evan Selleck, PhoneDog's very own editor or opinion editor, he has voted the iPhone 5S as his favourite smartphone for a little while now. He knows that Apple's iPhone 5S is a great phone because it's well built, lightweight, easy to manage, and also has access to the App Store and iTunes, which no other device really has in the same way. And that makes it second to none in his mind. And that kind of got me thinking, how important is the ecosystem to you guys? Is it more important than the user interface or the hardware? Is it just as important to have great apps and digital content? Because it would seem that way if you look at the market and you see iOS and Android are clearly wiping the floor with everybody else, and the key differentiating factor seems to be content and the ecosystem. I wanted to ask also iPhone users out there, would you switch to a different platform if it meant you had the access to exactly the same content and apps that you get on an iPhone? Would you rather have an HTC One M8 with its bigger screen and more powerful processor than the iPhone 5S, and the only reason you haven't switched is because you love the App Store too much? Let us know in the comments, but let's first round up the charts of the top 5. Starting off with the People's Choice charts, and in 5th place the HTC One from last year is still holding on to a top 5 spot. In 4th place we have the Galaxy Note 3, which seems to be on something of a slide downwards the past few weeks, having been in 2nd place only a few weeks ago. In 3rd place is the ever popular Apple iPhone 5S, the flagship iOS smartphone, and in 2nd place the LG Nexus 5 seems to be gathering more votes as the weeks go on, but it's not quite gathered enough to beat the HTC One M8, which still sits quite far ahead in 1st place with over 100 votes. And the Experts' Choice panel does look slightly different. As you would expect, in 5th place we have the LG Nexus 5 taking the place of the Xperia Z2, which is no longer in the top 5 there. In 4th place we have the Galaxy Note 3, while its smaller sibling the Galaxy S5 holds steady in 3rd. In 2nd place we have the iPhone 5S, again a favourite among the experts, but again in top 1st place is the HTC One M8. And it seems like both readers and experts agree that the HTC One M8 at the moment is the best smartphone around. And it does beg the question, how long will it stay in top spot? Because the HTC One from last year of course dominated the charts for pretty much all of last year since it was launched, and then as soon as the new model came out, that rose to the top. So will any other manufacturer be able to beat it this year? Do you think the Galaxy Note 4, when it arrives, will manage to wriggle its way up the charts to the top spot? Or will the One M8 just stay there until next year's model comes out? Let us know what you think. Also, get me on Twitter. I'm at PhoneDog_Cam. And don't forget to vote in our official smartphone rankings. I'll leave a link in the thing down there, the description box. is what they call that. I will see you again soon.